Hey, how's it? This is the Foundation, continuing my top 10 favorite Cowboys of all time. So, at number three, I got the Playmaker, Michael Irvin. Man, what's funny about Michael Irvin, too, is that when we got cable, we had to buy the cable box and everything like that, and then, ESPN and everything. Um, that's when I started watching The U in 1985. And as you know, is 1988 we drafted Michael Irvin. Um, the funny thing is that that was that was the first time I ever kind of sat down and really watched the draft. I didn't like I was a young boy, but that was the first time I was just like, I read about, I had the books and stuff like that, and I read about them and stuff like that, but I wasn't really interested. And then that was the first time I really watched the draft. And I wasn't like going, oh, we should pick this guy, pick that guy. I mean, I was like, pick anybody from the U. And when we drafted Michael Irvin, I was so happy. So Tom Landry, he still, Tom Landry, guys like that, they still could spot. Had great eye for talent. It was just some of the other players was kind of. But anyway, Michael Irvin, one of the greatest leaders we ever had. The emotional leader, the, you know, this overall, this by example, but that's the way he played. The passion and that fire that he had, and all that. What sucks that a lot of people label Michael Irvin as the guy who gave the meaning of the word diva receivers and all that. And to me, I don't buy it. I thought that, I knew that he was very emotional. I knew he was like, yeah, he would showboat and he would do all that, but he wasn't trying to me. Yeah, he was entertaining to the crowd to a certain extent, but that wasn't his priority. It wasn't to entertain the crowd. His priority was to basically trash talk the opponents, let them know you here. You know, he was doing that to get the crowd going, not to entertain the crowd, to get the crowd fired up. There should be a reason why they're getting out of their chairs, or to even boo him more. Even to boo him more, get the focus on him, and stuff like that. And then, um, or get his teammates like, hey, wake up, guys, let's go, bro. Let's go, and all that. So I just don't believe that he was a diva the way people made it out to be. And the other thing too is how great Michael Irvin was too. Michael Irvin faced one on one with some of the greatest cornerbacks out there. Prime time, Darryl Green, you know, um, Woodson, Eric Allen, Aeneas Williams. He faced some tough competition, and he won more than his fair share of battles too. I mean, like when he went up against Primetime never really did shut him down. He went toe to toe with Primetime and all that. So that's why I don't get it when people say, oh, he wasn't that great. Yeah, he didn't have the stats, but tell me right now, you put some guys out there right now, he would destroy. Primetime would kill half of the guys that play today. Well, if you take away the rules, and that, because that always plays a part. Um, the other thing too is like, man, when Michael Irvin got hurt, and that was like probably the second time I cried. When, and like, I never said at that time. I thought the Eagles was this one team and all that, but for me, that's the first time I ever said I ever said I hate the Eagles. That was the first time I really said that because the way they cheered when he was injured on the ground, I was like, what the hell with you guys, bro? And then so um, one of my greatest plays from Michael Irvin is is when Steve Berline was playing. Steve Berline was playing the quarterback on Thanksgiving game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he caught that one passing route in and then he broke the tackles, and then Woodson was trying to catch up to him. Woodson was trying to catch up to him, and then he broke that tackle and scored the touchdown. The game, I guess the 49ers in the NFC, like I'll bring this up again, the 49ers NFC Championship game, the first catch that after the turnover that he caught like on the I think the 5-6 yard line where he got whacked. Man, that shows the toughness of a Michael Irvin and everything. But my favorite play is that Super Bowl when he went up, caught the ball with his legs in the air, everything spun around, dove for the end zone. Man, that is like, I remember too because I was walking to the hotel area, and then I was like I spotted that. I was like, ooh, you know. So yeah, that was some of my favorite memories of Michael Irvin. It's unfortunate too that his habits got into the way too, so it kind of knocks his legacy to a lot of outsiders and all that, and even to some of the fans as well too, because you couldn't trust him and all that, and that's why like it sucked that Jimmy Johnson left. Jimmy Johnson, was that guy to have that little rain on him, like to say, hey, because like I think Michael Irvin, I think he really looked up to Jimmy Johnson, and he didn't want to let Jimmy down. Even though he'll test him every now and then, like how like how the game against Detroit. But yeah, Michael Irvin, like the, like they called Drew Pearson the original '88. He's to me he's the greater. I mean I don't I'm not gonna take away if other guys the older generation wants to like go no you can't be clutch. I'm not gonna argue, but for me the Playmaker is the greatest '88 that we ever had. All right, that's my video. Mahalo for watching. Paniola boys, and like always, go Cowboys.